Hello everyone. Today we are going to study about functions. We'll solve a question related to function because we have already completed the loops and all. We have completed basic, we have conditional loops, conditional statement and loops. Now we understand function. Practically practice the function question related to function. So let's begin and understand what's the function is all about. So we'll start with an easy first question and solve it. Okay. Given an integer n, you need to use the keyword return the value of n. Okay. An integer n is given. Okay. You need to use the return keyword to return twice. Okay. We have returned the value twice, so we can write like return n into 2 and see if it works. Yes, it's working. So basically, the question was saying that we have to return the integer n. Integer n was the input taken from the user, and we need to return the keyword twice. We return the twice the value of the n. Suppose the n is 40, we have to twice it, means we have to get into 2 and get the value 80 to return the as the answer. So we have done that. We have multiplied with n into 2 and it is started. So now it's done. We have solved this question. Let's move to the next question. Okay, next question. Next question is function with no arguments. This problem has no input. You need to write the function hello function that prints hello. For example, input none, hello. There is no input. Suppose makes write the hello function below. Okay, I will define a function called hello function. Hello function. Hello function. Okay. I have named the function, and I will print hello inside that function. Once I do, I don't think it will work because we have to call the function again. Let's see what happens here. It's working, means the GeeksforGeeks are already given the return of the function, so there is no problem. Simply in this question, it was stated that problem has no input. Okay, we have to take no input, so I'm not don't put any parameter there because later if we have to take input from there only we have to take. You need to write the function hello function. I have named the function as hello function as the instructed that prints hello example. So suppose we have to print hello there. What we will do? We will print. We will directly write print, and as well as we will write in parenthesis hello. So I have done that between commas and all. So it is done. Now move to the next question. Let's move to the next question. Okay, it's you have solved the question. Let's move to the function with the arguments. Okay, in this we have to give arguments as well. Given two integers a and b, the given input and values are passed as arguments, and in the argument function, the argument function is responsible for return of a plus b. You need to write this function. Okay. We have two integers a and b. Given inputs and its values are passed in the argument of r. Okay, first we'll define a function. It's called argument function. Argument function. Okay, we will pass parameters a and b. Let's see what happens. The values are passed arguments to the argument function. Okay, the argument function is responsible to return a plus b. You need to write this function. Okay, return a plus b. Let's see what happens. Is there any error? Do we have to call it a equal to int input let be as Mm, it might not work. So we're going to solve like that. So what we can do is we'll remove this. Instead we'll use self because the returning of function is already put in this editor. So we can do this. Now it will run. Yes, now it is running, so it is correct. So what we have to do was we have to keep in mind that we cannot call the function here because it is already called and it is put in a class solution. So we have to write only the logic between them and we have to use self here as an argument, so it can call itself. Let's move to the next question. First digit of a number. Okay. Given a number and find the first digit of the number. It's already named. Suppose we want the first digit of number one, we can do return and suppose we did not that number, so we cannot do that. So what we can do, we can return, but before that we have to get the first digit of a number. So we'll check if number is 2 digit, because if it is 1 digit then it will return the same number. So we'll check for 2 digit number. If it's greater than or equal to 10, we will return, we can write like 10 such 10, we'll divide it again and again with 10 to get the value of each digit, and we will return here and check. Yes, it's working. So what we did was we have to check if the number is like one single digit number or double digit number. If the number is double digit, so we can divide it again and again with 10 and get the value of the digits of a particular number, and here we return 10 to get what the number was. So in this manner we can solve it. Print GFG. Okay, given positive number and print string GFG exactly n times separated by single space. Okay, suppose we use def GFG and casting arguments and okay, n is the input from the user, n is the number, so we can print like return. Print is good. Print logic was wrong. So this is, I think, is not correct way. We cannot split it, we cannot print it directly. So we can let it slide there and put it for I in range and okay, we will print. We can use it print this way. Print G GFG. Yes, GFG. And we want them in same line with spaces, so we can use and here with one space. Let's see if it works. Or is it not working? The logic is there. So I don't think we should pass class solution. Mm, let's it is now so it not working. It's not working. So let's see what is working. It looks like you are on the right track with your loop and print string. However, that is one adding a space everything is in the last one. We'll remove this. Let's see if it works. We can remove this as well. Let's see. Let's see if it still it is not working. To achieve a desired page without any stress, think about how to specific mind test player using different constructor. Custom let's see return inside running looks okay. Yes. Okay, for I sec input use 4 entrance 1 command. The field is specified plus 1 print GFG. See if it works. 0 command and same thing what I've done previously, and do this with some space. And do think print GFG and do this. Okay, the space is missing, so space will be added. Yes, now it's working. So the problem was I was not returning the function. In some of the problem it is said it is returning, means all the class from problem with the classes we do not have to return the function, but after problem without classes we have to return the function. I forgot that. So, and that is correct. What we have done in the user input we have to run a loop. Firstly we have made a function named print GFG, and for I when 0, n we have run a loop of for from 0 to n, and we have print GFG with and having gap between them. Because in print statement it will print it to next line if we do not use AND, so we have with some spaces and we will print the GFG, and so it's working. Let's move to the next question. We've submitted it. Yes. So print 1 to n without loop. Okay. And given a positive number integer and print number 1 to without using loop. Implement the function print till n and print the number space separated. Okay. What we can do, we can return. We have input and we have to print from 1 to n which is space. So what we can do is if n equal to 1, return 1, else return so without I can do it. What we can do, suppose I take I equal to 1 here. If I equal to 1, return I I don't know how to do that. Let's see. Is there any tricks to do that? Okay, recursion. We can use recursion. Suppose, okay, if I equal to 1 here, Yes, let's see. N equal to 1, we have to return 1. We can decide like some this print and okay, write some space as well. Self dot print till self dot print till n, and we can write here n. Let's see if it works. Not address expected. Okay. So we can use different approach. If else is not working, and if else will work, loop is not working, we can take here 0. If 0 is there, then we will return thing. If print is print. Otherwise we can call the recursive function self dot print till and capital N. Okay. Give it an print comma with caps. The word inspected, how it is taken. Or we can do one thing, subtract 1 from n because it start from 0 will be the actual value. Yes, it's working. So what we have done was we have taken a print and it's already given, and self dot n is a parameter. If we take if it check if n equal to 0, if n equal to 0, then it will return nothing. But if it will suppose the condition is done, and after it self dot we call the function again and print up to n-1 until the n-1 becomes 0, it will keep executing and giving the value of the n, and we will return that value of n with n and with spaces until when n equal becomes 0, it will return nothing and it will stop. So in this way we can make this question. Let's submit it and move to the next question. Fibonacci series up to nth number. So you are given an integer and return the Fibonacci series till 0 best index term. Since the term can become very large, return the term module 0, 10 to the power 9 plus 7. Okay, let's solve it. This question is a good question. So let's see if it has some solution, good solution. Okay, here it taken n equal to 0, return 0. It is using recursion, like I think n equal to 1, 0, 1. We have taken the value mod value and Fibonacci value 0 into n plus 1, return 0 for I in range this. We've solved this. Let's see some solutions, comments. Probably this is one of the comment. Okay, almost same like I told you. Just copy it and paste it here. We can remove this. And run it. Okay, so it has taken n equal to 0. We have returned 0 value. N equal to 1 is returning 0, 1 value. After mod for 10 to come to n 9 plus 7. Fibonacci, this we have called this recursion. For I in range 2, n plus 1, Fibonacci from I plus n minus 2 and 5 more, return 5. issue. Let's see. It's a nice question, so let's solve it. We can solve some MCQ related to that if it has some case. Okay, function case. What is function in Python? A block of a specific task. Okay. Which of the following keyword is used to define a function in Python? Def. What happens when a variable is defined inside a function and you attempt to access it from outside the function? It's name error to the variable doesn't have any property. Okay. Which specified keyword is required to modify a variable in the outer function from inner function? Ranbeer, global, non-local. If a function is defined to a return value but does not include the return, so what will the result? Function will return a default 0. What does the self parameter represent in the following method? Its naming command represents a specific instance. Yes. The self allows method to access a modifier attribute of specific that can be say line. Okay. Which of the following is a correct definition of function in Python? If okay, I am copying that mistake. I like the recursion below. What is the result of function 3? 3 is there. It's greater than, so 3 to 0 and 5 and is smaller than or equal to 0. Otherwise 3 plus 2 6 4 5 6 6. Yes, because after when it go to 0 it will break. What is after the following program x plus x2? Now is 5 5.5 15. The integer running into the passing through the class will value. The primary difference between args and quotes. Args handle hidden arguments. Yes. Then what types of argument use a predefined value when it's passed during function call? What type of argument use as predefined value? Default arguments. Okay. Which keyword is used to present an anonymous function that can be defined single line without name? Lambda. Okay. Which of the following statement about function return other function is true? The return function can access the variable from the function. Cannot return another function in Python. The return function is to be coordinated. Function question must be completed before return. Return from access from outer space. Okay. So this is for whole function thing. We have practiced function. We will practice some other question related to different topics on different websites. Probably W3 school. So we will do there also. So until then, goodbye.